The Forex market never sleeps, and neither do I. So let's see what today's charts have to show us. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Nick, and I'm a top podder on TradingView with over 260k reputation points. And every day I share a lot of free education and analysis for all of you. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the charts. In today's video, I want to speak about BTC USD. Now, why do I want to speak about Bitcoin? Because at the moment we have very interesting price action. So what I will be showing you guys is how the usual historical patterns here repeat for BTC USD. And at the moment we are inside of one of those historical patterns. So it will be very interesting to see if once again, the market will repeat exactly that pattern in the future. So I will be providing a complete multi-time frame and historical breakdown of the situation that we currently have on Bitcoin. Now, what we can see at the moment is that we have just created a drop here of 18%. Now, when you see drops like this, usually this happens because the market is over leveraged, and in moves like this, when the market creates moves like this, a lot of those over leveraged longs get liquidated. That is why you get this semi-flash crashes here on Bitcoin. So a lot of people got wiped out by this move to the downside if they were trading with big leverage. We can also see how we basically hunted two stop loss zones, which are basically this low here and these lows here, and the market created this move to the downside. Now, the last time that we got a flash crash like this was just before all the bull run basically started after the halving event. And we can see how we got this basically flash crash here, which once again was exactly 18%. So we can see how we now have an 18% crash, and also in the past, just before all this huge bull run developed, we got an 18% crash. This is something that if you go in the past, you will see Bitcoin create over and over again. These 18% crashes help with the market getting, let's say, clearing the way from all the people that are over leveraged in longs, and then the actual move to the upside can start because all those longs getting liquidated give the possibility to the big players in the market to actually accumulate, and then the move to the upside can start. Now, why do I believe that we should get very soon a big move to the upside on Bitcoin? Now, I believe that we should get a move to the upside, first of all, because we just cleared out all the long positions that were over leveraged, but it's also important to point out that, as you know, you probably already know the 4-year cycles that Bitcoin it tends to follow, right? With the halving events, then you get a bear market. We should see in 2022 a bear market. But what is happening right now is that we are seeing a cycle which is very, very similar to what we have seen in 2013. In fact, if we go and see what we had basically in 2013, what we can notice here, sorry, because here I don't have all the historical data. What we can see here is that we had also here a mid-cycle correction. In fact, we can see how after the move to the upside started, the first bull phase of the cycle, we got this correction. Then what happened is that we got a bearish September. You can see that this red candle here was actually a bearish September. And then October and November, we got a huge explosion to the upside. And this was exactly the same period that we're getting right now, okay? This is exactly the period that we're getting right now, because after that, what we needed to have was the usual bearish market, right? The crypto winter, and obviously the year that follows the huge bull run that the crypto market usually creates. Then you have the other halving event, and then the market creates the continuation to the upside. That is basically, you probably already know that. If you don't, you definitely should Google that and is beyond the scope of this video because it's just a basic concept. So what I'm trying to show you here is that there is a very high probability that we are seeing exactly the same cycle that we had in 2013, where we get a bearish September, and then October and November, we get a huge explosion to the upside. Okay, so I'm very bullish till the end of the year for a Bitcoin, at least personally. Now, if we go and see what we have at the moment from a technical perspective, what we can see is that we just got a massive impulse to the upside followed by this correction. Now, in general, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. If we do that, we can see how we first tested the 0.618 golden ratio. The market then went and tested the 50%. And at the moment, we're testing the 0.382. So basically, we just tested the Fibonacci levels one by one, and we can expect from here more continuation to the upside. Now, while the market was testing at 0.618, I made a full breakdown explaining all the reasons for which from here we expected this move to the upside to start. And by the way, that is exactly what the market did. And I will link this previous analysis in description so you can go and check it out for further reference and more free education. Just a quick thing, make sure that you like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below any suggestion for new videos. We go down on the weekly time frame, and what can we see? Now here in the weekly, we can see that all this area is quite strong support. We can see exactly from here the market creating all this move to the upside. Again, here tested and rejected. And at the moment, we're testing this exact same level of support and demand, from which there is definitely a possibility to see the market create more continuation to the upside. We go down on the daily time frame, and on the daily, we have already seen that after the flash crash, the market has started this horizontal accumulation zone, inside of which most likely institutions are actually buying. Basically, the big players, the whales in the market, are actually accumulating. And there is the possibility from here to see the market create a continuation to the upside. However, we do acknowledge that this area is currently acting as resistance. We have here previous support turned resistance here. Now, if the market will manage to break above this resistance, then as usual, previous resistance after the break to the upside will be turned support. So after the break on the retest of this previous resistance turned support, inside of here, what we will be doing with students is as usual being reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the 4-hour and the other intraday time frames. So inside of here with students, we will be monitoring price action from an intraday perspective, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we will have to an intraday bullish market. And as soon as the market will shift from an intraday bearish to an intraday bullish market, at that point, we will be adding BTC USD to our watch list. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice long with a good risk to reward and good probabilities at that point for the move to the upside and for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside and for the market to provide and create a higher high. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis, education, and updates for all of you. You can also go and check out the mentorship program. The link is in the description. It's a very complete program. You first get all the rules of my rule-based strategies. Then you get a new daily market breakdown every single day showing you how to apply these strategies in real-time market. And you also get all your questions answered every single day in the daily Q&A session. So it's a very complete program. I suggest that you go and check it out. The link is in the description, and I will see you in it.